Black Ops consistently, but I mean Black Ops looks like horrible. Like my nephew plays it all the time. He's like playing Black Ops and zombies, and I'm like, how can you sit there and play zombies all day? It's like the most boring mode of gameplay I've ever seen in my life. Left 4 Dead is an entire game based on this mode, and it's like 100% better. And you're playing this side game of a game that is awful. And then he bought like this moon map where these zombies are like, oh my, it was like zombies on the moon? Really? I don't know. I guess some people are just like, oh, this is really cool, and I'm just a hater apparently because I don't like zombies or something. But Call of Duty is just not, doesn't look good. It doesn't look fun to me. Point and shoot is just, I guess, getting played out for me, or has been played out for me for a while. Ever since like Halo 3-ish, yeah, definitely since Halo 3. Just I haven't had the drive. Actually, I wouldn't even say Halo 3. I would say since I went to MLG. I went to MLG 08, MLG Dallas 08. I had mad fun, but I kind of realized that I wasn't gonna put a team together, and I wasn't really. Excuse me. I wasn't really like putting myself out there. You know, it's like a FF, like a free agent, I guess. You know, like I wasn't hitting up like MLG forums and like they didn't just post myself all over the place. Like, yo, free agent, I'm good. I'll body y'all and blah blah blah. I mean, I was pretty good, but I didn't care anymore. I didn't care to go to that extent, you know. Like I was like, I don't want to really do this team shit anymore. And you know, it pretty much becomes a job, like a job that doesn't pay very well at all. And if you have fun with it, that's awesome. That's great. You know, keep doing it. Whatever game, Gears, Modern Warfare, Rainbow Six, LOL. You have fun, you know, like with the team, and you want to do all that. That sounds dope, but it's just, yeah, it's not me. Definitely not me anymore. I love fighting games now. Fighting games are extremely fun. It's based solely on what you did and what you didn't do. You know, you can't blame anybody but yourself and maybe the fighting game company. So that's, you know, it's not too much of an excuse when you like lose or when you might win and somebody else tries to bring up an excuse. But you know, they're just fun. They're just fun games. They're competitive. Combos are extremely fun, in my opinion. Combos, footsies, doing cool things. Predicting what people are gonna do is really entertaining to me. I guess because the more and more you play, the more and more you understand, and you just kind of know when people want to do certain things. You know, like when they might want to mash, or when they want to hit that Hagar assist in MVC3, or you know, maybe throw out that DP in Street Fighter. Like Street Fighter, I've said before, I don't enjoy Street Fighter when I'm playing at a high level. I don't play at a high level, but when I'm playing against somebody that is high level, I don't enjoy the game. It's not just because I lose. It's just I feel like I shouldn't lose because he's not really doing anything that I can't stop. You know, like it's just I do stupid things. I make mistakes, or I don't want to block. You know, like safe jumps and option selects make that a very frustrating and annoying game because you can just do them. You know, it's not like it doesn't take. I don't know. I don't want to be like it doesn't take skill to do that, but it really doesn't. You know, you learn the timing on doing a jump, and against such and such characters, it's completely safe and unstoppable. You know, there's nothing you can do about it. If you DP, you lose. If you ultra, you lose. If you do this, you lose. You know, it's like, and that makes that game, which is a very easy to block in game, it makes it boring to me. It's like, oh, I got to deal with this grab mix-up, and then I got to deal with this crouch tech bait. You know, it's like those aren't horrible things, but I just feel like, oh god, I'm so sick. I just feel like that that aspect of Street Fighter 4 is really whack. No, I'm definitely one for footsies. I love watching high level play because I can understand and I definitely see the things people are doing that are good, and safe jumps are cool or whatever. But it's just, I feel like it's a really cheesy thing in a really already cheesy game. It's a game where you're not really allowed to jump unless your opponent is letting you. Like jumping doesn't work in Street Fighter 4. It's like, I honestly don't even know why they have it in the game. It's like literally only used for really specific things at the highest level. I mean, yeah, you can jump around when you're garbage, or when you're, two mid-level players. You can do some jumps because people don't anti-air as well. But I'm a third strike player. I've talked about it before. If you don't know, I don't. Okay. I'm a third strike lover. In that fact, I'm not like just a third strike player. It's not like, oh, I play third strike. Nah, I don't play Street Fighter 4. It's just, I mean that I like third strike a lot more than 4, I could ever like 4. For the simple fact of parries, and everybody has super jumps. Not everybody's super jump is good, but everybody has super jumps. Everybody has that option. So you can change your jump up. Anti-airs aren't just, you're not just limited in third strike to just do exactly this. And that's how I feel Street Fighter 4 is. I feel Street Fighter 4 is a wind tunnel of options. It's just like, you need to do this when you are this character against this. Like, if you don't do this specifically, you probably will lose. Or you'll probably allow them a chance to win. And you can argue that third strike is similar in some matchups where you would want to do this to beat that, but that's not the same. It's not like it's more like, I don't know. It's more like matchup specific than anything, I guess. In Street Fighter 4, there's just like things you don't do. You don't jump. You can't do. I guess, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to explain anymore. I mean, I don't really know a good example of what I could say that isn't really precedent in third strike. I mean, because the parry system does change things, but at the same time, you can't do the same scrubby stuff. Like, third strike gives you. My bad, just reading this. Third strike gives you bonuses. Oh, wow. You are provided with more opportunities when you mix up more. Like, you can't do the same mix up all the time. You're punished for doing the same mix up over and over again. Whereas in Street Fighter 4, I think this is a really good example. You do that mix up over and over and over and over again because it's what works. That's all you have to do. There's nothing your opponent can really do about it in most cases or some cases. Example, Seth 50-50 mix-up. Like, yeah, that's his only game plan, and I understand that. It's cool. It's his character, blah, blah, blah. But it's really all he does. He's like, I'm going to do my safe jump after I knock you down, and I'm either going to SPD you, or I'm going to uppercut you. And you have to make that guess, and the guess can be kind of educated if he has bar, doesn't have bar. But if he does have bar, it's like FADC, short, 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 and then what is he gonna do? Shoryuken or SPD right there, and you might backdash. Or what if he does tandem engine? It's like, yeah, those are mix-ups, but it's just like the same process over and over. It's a very repetitive. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Is that Street Fighter 4 is extremely repetitive. Yes, different things can happen. Yes, the game, when two different players are playing different characters, there are differences. But it's very linear. Like, for a fighting game, it's extremely linear, and I don't like that. I really do find that boring, and I don't know. I wish I could get past that in my skull to like play Street Fighter 4 and have just nothing but fun with it. But I just feel like I gotta get that out there. That's a really boring game. Whereas Third Strike, you do similar things, but you're like constantly trying to bait something. in third strike. That's how I feel. Like you don't know. You know, you might be trying to bait a DP or sit right out of a normal range to bait A, the normal, or